In recent news, celebrity chef Jameson Stocks has found himself at the center of an unexpected storm after sharing his opinion about Meghan Markle's Netflix show, With Love, Meghan. Stocks, known for his outspoken personality and bold food innovations, sparked a heated controversy when he described the show as terrible and slow-paced. What began as a simple critique quickly escalated, with many fans and supporters of the Duchess of Sussex responding with shocking intensity, some even sending death threats to the chef. But let's take a step back. What exactly did Jameson Stocks say that set off such an uproar? In a candid interview, Stocks made it clear that his critique was not aimed at Meghan Markle as a person, but rather the show itself. He said he found the pacing of the series slow, and struggled to engage with the content. He even went further to emphasize that he wasn't trying to attack Meghan personally, but simply sharing his thoughts on the show's format and production. It was an honest, straightforward opinion about a Netflix series. So what went wrong? Well, it turns out that when it comes to Meghan Markle, opinions are rarely met with neutrality. The backlash was swift and fierce. Fans of Meghan, who have been loyal to the Duchess since her rise to fame, didn't take kindly to the negative feedback. They flooded social media with comments, some of which were deeply hostile. And what started as a disagreement over a TV show quickly spiraled into threats and personal attacks on Stocks himself. The reality is that when it comes to public figures like Meghan Markle, even the slightest criticism can spark a wave of fury from devoted fans. The Duchess, who has been a controversial figure in the media for years, continues to have a large following, many of whom defend her vigorously. Whether you agree or disagree with her, there's no denying that she elicits strong emotions in people. And when someone like Jameson Stocks shares an opinion that doesn't fall in line with the narrative, it can feel like an all-out battle. But what's really concerning about this whole situation is the extreme nature of the response. Death threats, online harassment, and threats of violence? That's crossing a line. And it raises a bigger question about how we engage with public figures today. Sure, we live in a world where everyone has an opinion, and social media gives us a platform to voice those opinions. But does that mean we should respond with hatred or threats just because someone disagrees with us? The answer clearly is no. Stocks himself was taken aback by the intensity of the backlash. In interviews following the incident, he admitted that he never expected his critique of a Netflix show to lead to such a hostile reaction. He emphasized that his comments were never meant to cause harm or offense, and that he had no personal ill will toward Meghan Markle. He just wasn't a fan of the show, plain and simple. And while the chef is used to attention and being in the public eye, this situation made him realize how polarized our culture has become. Today, it feels like everyone has an opinion, and in some cases, people feel entitled to lash out when they don't agree. But this story also highlights the dangers of cancel culture, and how quickly things can escalate online. A simple opinion can turn into a social media frenzy. And before you know it, you've got a mob of people harassing you for your thoughts. But in the end, what does this tell us about society? Maybe it's a reminder that we need to be more mindful of how we engage with others, especially when it comes to the online world. It's okay to disagree, it's even okay to criticize, but it's important to do so with respect. We should all try to create a space where differing opinions can coexist without turning into personal attacks or worse, threats of violence. In Jameson Stocks' case, a simple critique of a TV show became a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked outrage. This whole ordeal also raises another important issue, the idea of celebrity and how we react to public figures. When a celebrity like Meghan Markle is involved, there's often this immediate sense of loyalty from her fans, sometimes to the point where even the slightest criticism is seen as an attack. And while it's great to support someone you admire, it's important to remember that public figures, like everyone else, are entitled to feedback, even if that feedback isn't always positive. So, what can we take away from this incident? Maybe it's a reminder that opinions are just that, opinions. They don't define who we are, and they don't have to define how we treat others. Jameson Stocks, for example, just didn't connect with Meghan Markle's show, and he expressed his thoughts. That's fair, right? He wasn't attacking her as a person, but for some, it was too much to bear. In conclusion, let's try to engage in conversations, whether online or in person, with more understanding and empathy. The next time we feel the urge to send a tweet or comment in anger, let's pause and think about how we can make the dialogue more constructive. After all, It's possible to disagree without resorting to hostility. Wouldn't that be a more peaceful and productive way forward? If you want more updates on this situation or similar stories, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more.